A world-renowned musician and professor at the University of Missouri-St. Louis, Dr. Barbara Harbach has been called nothing short of brilliant for her compositions and musical talent. She is also an advocate for women in the arts and is the architect of a new program designed to celebrate the achievements of women creators. Jim Altoff talks with Dr. Harbach about her passion for this program and how it's impacting female artists across the area.
For string music today, we're going to talk about the orchestra and the position of strings within the orchestra.
Barbara Harbach is a professor of music at the University of Missouri-St. Louis. She teaches composition, scoring and arranging, organ and harpsichord, and the history of American music. But her impact is felt far beyond the classroom. Barbara, an accomplished composer and performer in her own right, thought St. Louis needed to do something to recognize and support the contributions of women artists. So, 5 years ago, she made it happen.
That started in 2005, Women in the Arts 2005, when I thought it would be great to celebrate women creators, whether they're sculptors, poets, authors, composers, and just put up some concerts on and exhibitions and showings and see what would happen.
The goal of the Women in the Arts program is to make the work and influence of women artists more widely known, as well as to encourage them to continue their art. The program's success has taken everyone by surprise.
By the end of the year of 2005, we had, with our partners from the St. Louis Museum all the way down to the Symphony to all sorts of organizations, we had over 850 events that celebrated women creators. That was an extraordinary happening in this region. So that was a very, very interesting and gratifying time.
UMSL Music Department Chairman Dr. James Richards gives Dr. Harbach all the credit for the program's success.
Barbara casts a very distinctive profile in the department and has taken us in some ways that no one else in the department really was prepared to go.
Kathy Lawton Brown is a mezzo-soprano from St. Louis. She teaches voice at Greenville College and has seen firsthand what the Women in the Arts initiative has meant to women artists here.
It grew exponentially in many different ways. It was really a pretty thrilling thing. I think Barbara may have felt at some points like she had a tiger by the tail, because we started focused mainly in music, and then it branched to literature, and then the visual arts became involved, and dance, and it was just really quite a wondrous thing. I think it was an idea whose time had come.
I visited Barbara at the new Women in the Arts Center on the UMSL campus, a combination office and art gallery, where she plans to launch the newest phase of her project.
The first thing we're setting up this spring is a mentoring program. And the mentoring program will be not only for young women in the arts, but for all ages of women in the arts. I'm going to have faculty from the art department, from the English department, from writing, from the playwright department, who will mentor people who need to know, women who need to know how to do the business of arts, but also how to help shape their art and hopefully mentor them into a different area or perhaps a new level of sophistication in their own art. And we will be reviving Women of Note Quarterly, which will be highlighting women composers and women in the arts with profiles, doing CD reviews, doing all sorts of essays that they may write and papers that women may be doing on historical and contemporary women.
To ensure the future of the Women in the Arts initiative, Barbara and her husband, University Chancellor Tom George, have made a $2 million gift to the university to establish an endowment that will sustain the program for many years to come.
My husband and I decided that we would love to endow women in the arts here at the University of Missouri-St. Louis, sort of a way of helping women of all ages produce and create and celebrate women composers and women artists, and I would say novelists and painters and sculptors, but just a way to help them realize their potential. Women in the arts, hear us roar.
Starting in September, it's a new era.